right. Um, Hello, everybody. So, the sim that I guess all of the flight sim community has been waiting for a long time, close to a year now, is finally out. And we get to see over here one of my first impressions of the sim. Um, right here, which is the clouds. I don't even have to press accept mission. There's a lot of people taking a big dump on the sim right now, especially given the launch troubles it has had. And I have significant issues with the sim. I will come to it as we fly this mission. We're gonna talk about some of those issues. No, it's not gonna be about the cloud. I don't think it might come up because it's definitely an issue, but it's not gonna be concentrated on that. But I will be talking about issues. But what's good about the Sims? Right here, you have the clouds. So many things great about it. What is it? Number one, the cloud density, guys. Have you ever seen these dense clouds with this kind of cloud coloring in 2020? No, you used to have a lot of the ash cloud effect. They have reduced a lot of what is called the Perlin noise in technical terms from these clouds. So you're having very high resolution clouds with very little Perlin noise and good cloud coloring. What is the other thing? Not just the resolution has improved, it is the density. As you see, when you're flying through clouds, it's not very diffuse anymore, at least in this case. I don't know if this is live weather or not, but if it's not, if it's just custom created weather, well, it looks good. If it's live weather, it's even better. So I am very, very impressed. So this is the career mode. Gonna be taking a guy and his son to views over Sedona from Sedona Flight Club, and we do have our flight coordinator Ashley. So this is the kind of cloud density I want while flying jetliners, guys. The speed of flying through clouds, that's what it needs to look like, and the wing needs to fade and all of that, and the Sims weather thing is going to be at another level. But yeah, let's just see how this goes. Alright, that looks nothing like me, by the way, but it's just what I have. Okay. So one of the first things that I noticed about this sim is that it has a lot of these gamified elements. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see how it goes. No comments yet. The career mode seems like an interesting idea, but I don't know how it's going to pan out. I do like this, guys. I do like how good this first-person view mode is, actually. So we're able to see the airplane. Oh, one little comment, guys. You see this resolution here on the ground? It is actually lower resolution than what it was in the Tech Alpha. Okay, the Tech Alpha had sharper textures for sure, a little bit sharper. I need to verify it over in major airports like Phoenix, etc., where it was like super sharp, but then again, nothing beats this amazing view, guys. Nothing beats this amazing view in the distance. We have 3D looking materials and textures at least out into the distance. That's at least like 2-3 miles away. And you're having that kind of quality all around, and we're truly able to enjoy the geography of Sedona. So we are gonna be taking the first steps here to kind of remove pitot covers, etc., etc. So I'm gonna remove this cover here, and the chocks as well. Alright, and let me just get into the airplane. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it opens these luggage compartments as well. Really cool. Can you check these flight controls? I think you can. Yeah, you can. So this is the same as what we had in the Tech Alpha. So those of you who want a comparison between the visuals of the Tech Alpha and here, you can check that out in my channel. I've done that earlier. So I'm not able to move the rudder for some reason. I forgot why. Maybe there is a technical reason for it. So why am I not able to move this? That's strange. Okay. Interesting. This guy's wearing a full, like, aircraft carrier jumpsuit. Alright.
Ashley, I'm ready. Roger that.
That's his son? What? I thought it'd be a kid. And why am I wearing captain's uniform here? I need to change my appearance. Alright, let me get the... Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna do this in order. The beacon nav... Battery strobe. Battery avionics master here. Let's try and test the standby battery. So why is this so sensitive? Like, I'm not even pressing down on the brakes. Like, I'm not doing anything, guys. Like, that's weird. Like, what is causing all of these spurious control inputs? Okay, this is one of those things, you know, okay, the first bad thing about this sim. This UI is absolute fucking horseshit. Okay? I've never seen something as bad as this. You know why? What they had in MSFS 2020 was bad, but they somehow managed to make it worse. You know? Honestly, one of the most disappointing things. So what happens when you have a UI as bad as this? So what do I mean here? Look at the complications here. So let me we have this list over here. Everything looks cluttered right here anyways. But whatever default assignments you have makes zero sense. They know a bunch of popular hardware that flight simmers use, yet they didn't bother to set appropriate control configurations by default that can then be tweaked from there. They didn't find a way to integrate this with what existed in 2020. The base layer should be common, and everything else which is new for 2024 needs to be added on top of that. Imagine how easy that would have been. So the lack of any kind of user-centric design for the UI honestly kills the sim. I was very close to refunding the sim, but unfortunately I had flown it for more than 2 hours. I had to be in the sim for more than 2 hours because it took me that long to get used to stuff. I wanted to give it a chance, but then the UI was so bad and it was beyond the 2 hours, and I don't think I could get a refund from Steam because I would have made my wallet speak, right? And the other thing is there's no functionality for you to kind of see the response of your throttle quadrant. None of your controls have like proper movements here. Maybe they fixed it, maybe they've not. Let's look at the mixture axis, for example. No, I'm moving my mixture axis. I see absolutely no movement here. This is basic functionality, guys. You would expect a sim that has had 4 years of experience building up into this, plus a lot of testing, to have this thing to work. The most basic functionality of seeing the current position of your axis is missing. Like, unless I'm doing something wrong. I don't think I am. This is how it used to work. In 2020, if you move your axis, it used to move the corresponding white bot here. Not to mention this whole thing looks really ugly. Like, what is it with Microsoft dumbing things down for everybody that it just becomes less usable? You know, in Windows 10 you had an okay interface. I think in Windows 11 they added this new thing that popped up when you hit the right click button that shows a very contracted menu, and you needed so-called advanced options to get you what you used to be having before, with all of the useful options in the right click. It's something like that. Why don't you have grid squares and values here in your X and Y axis? This is a flight sim. People are not dumb. You know? The other thing is, Well, guys, I mean, the other thing is, why am I getting so annoyed? It's because it is very annoying to set controls like this when they're so not user friendly. And when there are a lot of junk controls, ghost inputs coming from nowhere, and you don't know who is assigning what. Like, do they want this to be a game where somebody uses an Xbox controller, or is this geared towards flight simmers first? You know? So that's my impression of the UI. I have a lot more to say about this. Things when it comes to camera settings and all of that is atrocious, absolutely atrocious. I've never seen something this bad in any sim ever. That includes things like FSX, where it was actually really good. This is such a step back. And 2020 I thought was not so good, but right now 2020 looks like as good as X-Plane's controls, pretty much. How hard is it going to be to use a JSON file or something to map controls and have us import it? They're doing a lot of JSON files for other stuff, like for aircraft and all that, but there's no JSON file here. The other thing over here is this is not intuitive at all. 2, 4, sure, there's like 4 other bindings. Okay. But like if I hover over this, I should be able to get what was, what is the duplicate binding. That would make it easier. But then they didn't really think about all that because they don't care. They made it for someone with an Xbox controller, it seems like. Not with someone with a real flight sim setup, not for the OG fans of flight sim. At least the UI. Again, this is one big criticism I have, doesn't mean that the other parts of the sim aren't great. And I also think this goes to the community as well, because the community did not make enough of a noise in 2020 to highlight how lacking the user interface was. The mouse, again, not very user-friendly at all. I had to do a bunch of modifications for it to even be user-friendly, but now it's kind of okay. Like, why do I need airplane controls for my mouse? Why? I don't understand that. Okay, now I need to find out what's interfering with my rudder, right? So how do I do that, right? I need to show yaw or something? Let's see. Oh, it's rudder axis, is it? Okay. Let me look at rudder again. Left and right trim. Throttle quadrant. I hope nothing's assigned there. Okay. Okay. So it's just ghost inputs out of nowhere. Like, I'm not even applying anything. Okay, the parking brake is what is causing this. But well, I had my rant about the controls, and I hope that doesn't come up again, but this is so bad that it might actually come up again. But I apologize in advance for that.
This may be just another day at the office for you, Captain, but for everyone here, it's a special occasion. On board, you're taking one of our friends, Michael, and his son, for a nice scenic ride over the region. Seatbelt fastened? Then you're all set. Engine started? Let's go!
Alright.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu Traffic Cessna, November 58448, is taxiing to runway tree.
Hi, Captain. I'm Michael. Can't wait to be looking down at my hometown.
Hi, I'm Ryan, Michael's son. I can't believe we'll be up there in a few minutes. Can't wait.
So the rudder sensitivity again is not very good. I just gotta find if there's a way to 19th century UI. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Well, I mean, I don't think so, right? I don't think it's even 19th century. It's Windows 11 UI, where Microsoft and all these tech companies dumb things down for people thinking they're making it look stylish or whatever. Or these I mean, like my rudder doesn't work. I'm not even able to turn. Like the brakes are not effective. It's just absolute garbage.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu Traffic Cessna, November 5, 8448, taking off runway tree south departure.
Get a notch of flapstone. That way we'll get more lift climb performance. So this UI is really gamey. I wish there was a way to get rid of it, but then the sim doesn't really. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna have it on for this flight. Let's see if I can take off. What's the wind like? Wind data. Okay, 9 knot crosswind. Okay.
We're leaving the ground behind. No rush.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I had to get the strobe and landing light on. Okay. Okay, that evaluates you for things like that. Okay. Whoa.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
So how's your flight going, Michael? Enjoying the view?
Our pilot is treating us right. This is an amazing experience.
Keep your eyes wide open. You won't regret it.
Dad, look, this is one of your favorite spots. We should come back here and walk together.
Good old times.
I mean, the cloud's being taxed a lot, so I cannot ask more about the robotic voices, I guess. But that's funny, the way these characters talk. I don't know if the career mode would be a thing for me, but let's see how this goes. I mean, I like the fact that it cares about some things, but still feels too gaming. It wants me to climb. What?
We almost forgot to take pictures. What's with the turbulence? Should I be worried? Look at the sky. It's like cloud surfing, literally.
Well, passengers say some stupid things, don't they? That's not literally cloud surfing, and the clouds are way above you. But this does look beautiful. Almost like a real picture, to be honest.
Maybe you'll spot your school or the places where you used to play when you were kids.
Oh, yes.
Is that a real place in Sedona? I need to check it out. Probably it is.
The town of Big Park over there. Nice.
It's great seeing the world from this angle.
I'm going to get whiplash trying to look at everything.
So the scenery around here in Sedona actually still looks good.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu Traffic Cessna, November 58448, 4 miles,
Terrain
south
continues to be
5,000
one of
feet
the
inbound to land runway tree.
strengths of the sim. But the trim and the turbulence and all of that still, I mean, I can't comment, it just feels a little bit too twitchy. I mean, at least like in the pitch axis, I mean, I just feel like it's responding really instantaneously. It has
Hey,
certainly
Ryan,
improved
you've
it.
been kind of quiet. You okay?
Just taking it all in.
Totally. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Welcome back, aviators. Are you okay, Michael? Ready to give it a go again?
So exhilarating.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Guys, I wish I was doing this in VR. In fact, I think I'll be doing a VR video soon after, because the sim is performing really well in 2D, to be honest. I'm going to take the long way around, I guess, from the mountains. Oh, this is another annoying thing about the sim. You see that white toolbar up there? It's absolutely annoying. There's no way to get rid of it, guys. So even though your mouse is nowhere near the top toolbar, whenever you press the mouse, it's gonna come up. And last I checked, that old toolbar hiding button does not work in 2024 like it used to in 2020. Well done, Asobo. You really, really hit it out of the park with the UI. It was. I was doing a night flight yesterday, while everything was absolutely awesome with the visuals and even the A320 from Anybuilds. You know, I was flying the A320 from A321 from Anybuilds, even though that was also really good for a free airplane. It was incredible. The UI elements, man, it really ruins the sim. Really ruins the sim. I don't know. It must, in a way, it must kind of suck to be in Asobo right now. Like, those were working on the UI for one reason, and those who are not working on the UI because, well, those who are working on the UI, they're gonna feel horrible because the players who play this game, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna call it a sim. Those who fly the sim are having a hard time with the UI, but those other guys who develop the terrain and weather and all that, you know, they're gonna feel like, oh man, you guys let us down. Yep. I mean, I wouldn't have been this upset even if they just didn't change anything from 2020. Just don't take it backward. You know, 2020 had room to improve on the UI, but they literally just took it backwards like 2 or 3 notches with this one. Okay, gotta prepare for a crosswind landing, I guess. Very twitchy.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu Traffic Cessna, November 5, 8448, is on final runway tree to land.
Whoa. This thing's about to stall, dude. Holy shit. Some mechanical turbulence. I should have come in much faster. It's too low, too slow.
a buttery smooth landing for a perfect finish.
I should have put it on much firm. Let's see if the sim penalizes me for that long landing.
Kilo Sierra.
Okay, I'm gonna just skip this shutdown, guys. I don't enjoy taxiing on the ground with this. I feel like I'm gonna break my rudder pedals.
No easy to win over the locals, but seeing them smile says it all. Well done, pilot.
Close to a B, huh? Okay. Okay, B.
Nice work completing your. Continue building your flight hours by.
Ooh, lots of missions.
Here's all the first flight missions available.
Fountain Hills. See if I can get the 152. I enjoyed flying the 152 more, to be honest. So my thoughts on the carrier mode still feels kind of gamey, but I guess it's fun for first-time flight simmers. That's for sure. So what missions can I fly outside of Arizona? Is there anything available? Apparently not. Okay. Coconino County for sure. Yeah, Grand Canyon, of course. Flagstaff. Oh, Flagstaff's next. So tempted to do this, but I think I'm gonna call it here. Gotta try this in VR. Well, I have listed more complaints than good stuff, I guess. Yeah. I don't like how the sim handles with all that turbulence and things like that. It's just weird. But they've done some improvements. I just can't really point out what. I mean, ground effect is a little better. Apart from that, I really don't know. I mean, there are some really interesting missions here. Okay. Are there any missions over Asia here? No, nothing. Nothing interesting to see here, guys. There's nothing interesting to see here. Of course. Only NATO and NATO allied countries have interesting things to see. Oh, not even New Zealand. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Getting a bit tired, gotta hit the hay. But yeah, those are my first impressions of the career mode and the horrible UI, and well, I have some good things to say about the clouds.